Hello everybody, welcome back to another tutorial. Obviously you checked out my recent poll that I was asking if I should make a tutorial on how to edit on Alight motion. So just so you know, this idea mostly came from, well, I was in a VC with one of my friends, aka little brother in editing, Shadow Lad. Well, we were mostly talking about some random stuff, especially about the NAM series in between recent episode. But then he mentioned editing, so I thought, hey, why not if I make a tutorial on how to edit on Alight motion? Obviously, I was planning on doing how I would have done it in my old glory days when I started Alight motion. It was intended to be a reference, by the way. But anyways, of course, you could see here, this is the edit we're going to be editing. Alistair versus Rosie, end of Season 2. What I mean by end of Season 2, it's kind of like the end of series kind of stuff, except I can only do this one season. Since, well, yeah, it's not the end of the series. Which, just so you know, you may all disagree with the take, but it's my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, then okay. I really do not care. But anyways, we just gotta wait. Okay, let's close these two apps, get onto Alight motion. Okay, let's get this out. Okay, so obviously first off, we go to my text. I'm gonna just get it up here, yes. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm just gonna... Let me just... Okay, sorry for going out for a bit. Obviously, okay. Let me just download these. Yeah, I'm using a bone for Rosie due to the fact that I can't really find a good PNG for, well, hair. So we're having just to deal with a bone. So obviously, I don't exactly change the stuff in my original text, which I did used to do a lot. Yeah, you could already see the next thing. So let's just do that. Okay, so obviously we put in the names. Okay, so for Rosie, we're gonna do like a bright red. Actually, we'll do it with that. That really does fit her color more. So obviously, we'll put that full power, and we'll change this to no deal. Now, obviously, like last edit, we're just gonna put in HHS2, which is Hazmatel's Season 2. Sorry for my throat feeling a little scruffy. So obviously it's going to do that. Which all you do is just do that. Since obviously it just continues the exact same effect. So obviously we got this. which obviously what you gotta do is just go all the way over here. Obviously it doesn't really match much, but it kind of does. I could have used the other Alistair clip instead of just that. But oh well. I'll just remember that next time. I'll read that at some point. Okay, next up is the text. So obviously with my text, it sometimes likes to do that. Which obviously what I did before, I just got a new PNG for the stuff I need. Which obviously it takes time. Okay, so I got the new PNG now. I say that, go into here. It somewhat looks better, which obviously what you do now is just pretty much put the text to the characters you're using, which obviously character 1 will be the top clip and character 2 will be the bottom one. Okay, we got that. We then just put the name, the verse, Okay, now I'm actually back in the project. So obviously, yeah, you don't want your text going into the next clip. So this is where this thing comes in, where it just pretty much speeds up or slows down your text. But I'll be right back since I'm just gonna go fix something. Okay, I'm back. Now we go back to the project. So obviously, like said before, you've seen, yeah, Alistair gets strength, in my opinion. Literally, Rosie has no showings of strength. So, obviously, next we have our next point, locomotion. Let me just fix this. Okay, so we're just gonna apply this one last thing, then I'll be with you whenever I complete the text. Just gotta do all of this real quick. Well, yeah, I'll be with you guys shortly. Another thing I wanted to say before I export this, if you want your project to export quicker, I recommend going for 1440p aka QHD. That would have your edit export quicker and also somewhat keep that high quality. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, so I'll see you whenever it's done exporting. Okay, the project is done, so pretty much after when you export, you just create another project and you put it here. So obviously, like you gotta do, you gotta at least, because it likes to extend your edit way longer, so just go to the original project and see where it originally stops at. For me, it's 41 seconds and 25 milliseconds. So obviously whenever you do this, I recommend also whenever you're making this, you have to separate it by doing that. Obviously what I like to do, I go back to my previous projects, copy the effect, take this little flash effect, and pretty much just like a little zoom. So obviously for me, I just have to add flash effects. To pretty much every time it switches clips. Specifically for this bit, not for like the full edit. So obviously for this, I'm gonna be making a small little transition. Let me just get my freeze frame. So over here. Do that. Or down. Do this. Let's copy that. This. Do that. Then move this there. Yeah, that looks good. So now you just put that, we go here, equip motion blur. So obviously I'm going to go to one of my other edits to see what exact shake should I use specifically. This is it. Okay, so I have exactly what I'm going to be doing now in my head. So obviously you could go to one of your shake packs, but what I mostly like to do is go to one of my previous projects. Wait, no, this is text, my bad. I like to go to my previous projects, copy the effects, and just copy the effect. Pretty much how to copy it, you just do that, and you just do that for the exact same thing. And just so you know, whenever you're downloading packs and all, there will be some effects that make it look iffy. So for this shake, just get rid of every directional blur effect you see on it, because it will get rid of that smoothness. Then like I did before, but this time I'm just gonna go to my shake pack. So the first shake is from this pack right here, the one that has Benny and Sans and the image, and this is the one that I'm going to be using for my combo shake. So obviously, just let me just. So just... Yeah, I would argue that overall power would go to Rosie potentially, since obviously she's able to give, like, Alistair so much power. Though, I really don't know. At that point, is honestly debatable to me. Intelligence, though, that arguably would go to Alistair, in my opinion, due to the fact that he was indeed able to play both Vox and Rosie. And just so you know, in my honest opinion, Vox is one of the few most smartest overlords. So obviously for this part, I honestly get the feeling that it's not that readable. So obviously I'm going to go to over here. So obviously we just continue in this process. Let me just get this so that way I can have a little transition. Which I'll go back here. I have a lot of custom-made transitions. Oh yeah, also today, I have indeed noticed I hit 3.6k subs. I am extremely grateful for the people who actually enjoy and watch my edits. Like, we are so close to 4k, and it's honestly insane. Also, just a little thing. I am going to be giving away some of my stuff, like shakes, flip layers, transitions. Hell, I'd even give you CC. Just have to ask. Though I'm not gonna give you my text. I'll be happy to give you any of my stuff I don't really use except for my flip layers. Though, if you're really that desperate for flip layers, yeah, you could ask me, and even though you could easily just watch the tutorial I made on how to make them. But yeah, if you want flip layers or certain shakes or whatever, ask me and I'll give you them. Though it depends if I'm feeling nice or not. Because there is some people I may not give stuff to. So if you happen to be one of those people, I hope you know who you are. Anyways, obviously people have been asking on how exactly do I do the spin. Well, lucky enough for you guys, I'm going to show you. So pretty much you just get one of these little background things. You just make it invisible. You do that. You delete. You group that. So if you obviously have knowledge from the flip players, you obviously know that this is the exact way on how to do a spin. Then we're going to be going and making our way back to Billy Kid vs. Cuphead. In order to grab this, yeah, I'm so surprised I even messed it up and I had it by putting weaponry twice and not even noticing. Low-key an embarrassing mistake. Well, obviously, people make mistakes. So pretty much You keep on doing this process. Where? Ah, there it is. Yeah, change that. Change it. Cats. And I'll be right back after this exports. Okay, so I'm going to show you what exactly I made to show you in this tutorial. So 3, 2, 1.
To be the perfect angel, some sin must be done. You told me what to do, what to say. I couldn't escape. You got to choose the ending of my fate. You led me astray, but not anymore. I'm in control. I am the stage, you can't turn a page. Now all eyes on me.
Well then, I'd say that was actually pretty good. So anyways, we obviously do exactly that. We extract the audio again. This time, obviously, what I like to do, once again, which is actually a good way on how to do this quickly, is just copy the CC that you already have in your previous project, along with your watermark. And there we go. Pretty much it's... So this is definitely a lot more longer than the previous edit that was just recently made. And there we go. It just... So yeah, once again, I'll see you right after the CC is done exporting. Okay, we're back. And obviously, yeah, you just see a black screen and all, but it's now time to see the finished product. Let's go.
To be the perfect angel, some sin must be done. You told me what to do, what to say. I couldn't escape. You got to choose the ending of my fate. You led me astray, but not anymore. I'm in control. I am the stage, you can't turn a page. Now all eyes on me.
I say it was pretty good. So, anyways, I hope this tutorial helps you with your editing journey into Alight Motion. So, obviously, I don't know when the next tutorial will be and all, so you just gotta bear with me here. But, hopefully, once again, this does indeed help you. Bye!